Back in 1999, we had an accident that took my mother's life, gave my brother a severe brain injury, and put me in the hospital with, I guess you would say it was internal bleeding, but I had a gas that built up in my lungs that they say, the doctor said it gave me about an 80% chance of dying, so a 20% chance to live. And miraculously, I guess you could say, made it through that. I think I was in an induced coma for 13 days and was in the hospital probably another 2 weeks. And then I also had fractured my spine and broken my leg. And so I went to rehab for 2 weeks for that. So then after that, I guess I was selected as the Children's Miracle Network child for that year. It was a really neat experience. Got to do a lot of telethons. Got to light the tree for Christmas in Tyler, in downtown Tyler. So yeah, I mean, it was really neat. Well, the leg, both bones in my lower right leg broke. One broke the skin. And so they had to put on, it was pins, but it was outside the leg. It's called an external fixator. And so that was basically, that was part of the rehab, but their main focus was more on my spine. I had 2 compression fractures in my lower back. And so rehabbing with that, I wore a back brace for 12 weeks. And the rehab was just learning to, because the external fixator was going to be in there for 3 to 6 months. I can't remember how long. And so it was basically learning to get around and manage with the back brace and with the external fixator. But also, after being in a hospital for a month, your body just becomes weak. And so I think a lot of that 2-week rehab was just getting me back up to speed. Yeah, outside of work, Alexander Bromby Ranch is our ranch. I grew up in a in a dairy family. My grandparents and my father ran we call it Alexander Swiss Farm. It was a large dairy operation. At one point, we were the largest producer of milk, at least I think in Texas. I know for Brown Swiss, the breed that we had run, we were the largest operation in America for a year or 2. Then as my grandparents sold out of the dairy business and my dad kind of had to go find another job, my grandparents transitioned to beef cattle. So now the Bromby is kind of a cousin of the Brown Swiss. They're their own breed, they're not a mixture of anything. But we run, I think we counted this last weekend, probably about 200 head are on the ground. Between mama cows, bulls, calves, there's probably about 200 out there. So when it's done with work, we go home, I spend time with my kids and my wife, get the kids in bed, and then I go out and feed cows and check for babies, and it's a full part-time job. I think Children's Miracle Network is a great organization. The money that is raised and given to Children's Miracle Network goes to the equipment for pediatricians to use, equipment that you probably wouldn't usually get access to through your hospital without the funding of Children's Miracle Network. The best part of my life is obviously my family. Having 2 beautiful little girls. They love to laugh, they love to run and play, and just knowing that they're healthy. They have no diseases, they have no physical impairments. I believe they have much better eyesight than I do. Without contacts, I have big, thick glasses. So when it's the end of the day and I look back on, was all the work worth it? Was all the time worth it? The kids and my wife are definitely worth it. The 2 little girls, they can just laugh and smile at you, and your heart melts and your day's made.